Blog Talk Radio. Chatting with Nat is a podcast for independent women seeking to speak their truth and to break down barriers. We host honest conversations that help to guide and empower women. Speak your truth and set yourself free. Let your voice be heard. Hi everyone, it's Natalie Jean and Natalie Jean. Today on Chatting with Nat, we have recording artist Jaraiyia Alize. Danville, Illinois native, Jaraiyia Morris, better known by her stage name as Jaraiyia Alize, is on her way to becoming the music industry's next most promising songstress. At a very early age, Jaraiyia took up singing, which quickly turned from just a hobby into a passion. Music and singing is what protected Jaraiyya's heart and peace of mind through the many hardships growing up and her first heartbreak. Never the one to let the negative energy affect her, and always finding a way to triumph through her trials, Jaraiyya has an intense and relatable story to tell, and what better way for her to express those emotions through singing and making music. With inspirational icons to admire such as Beyonce, Rihanna, Anita Baker, Miley Cyrus, and Taylor Swift, it's with versatility and personal experience that have molded Jaraiyya into yet another iconic artist in the making. Now working on an upcoming project with some notable collaborations such as Travis Cherry, Jaraiyia Alize plans to create music that inspires and mesmerizes fans. I believe that I can bring diversity to the music industry. I love music from all cultures and walks of life. Music is what connects us as beings, and I want to connect us all. Through my music, I plan to uplift, guide, educate, and heal the world. The legacy that I will leave behind is self-love, peace, and harmony amongst all Pearlz. I want to be remembered as the artist that healed the world. Stay connected with musician and talented artist Jaraiyia Alize. Let's give her a round of applause. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for that amazing introduction. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I always like to make sure people feel warm and fuzzy because two little hands are just not going to do it. And I think that all the independent artists out there doing their thing, you know, that need to be applauded because we work hard.
Yeah.
We are. So you deserve the applause. We talked about this and I tell me, how important is it for you to be authentic in your music, in your life, your career, and what you want to bring to the world?
It's extremely important to be authentic to me. That's one of the things that I genuinely live by. I kind of try to be that person that steps outside of the box or expectations, and that is my gift to the world. That is what I want to preach. That is what I want to own and always live by, to teach people to be themselves and to also always be myself.
That's very important. And like I always tell people, and I think I mentioned this in the IG Live, you know, music is our superpower. And if we can use our music, our voice, you know, whether we play instruments or not, are key to uplifting the rest of the world. It's like you never know how your songs, your lyrics, your melody can affect somebody else in such a positive way. You know, somebody could be down.
Right.
Listen to your music and think, oh my God, I feel so much better. Somebody could be angry and listen to your music and feel so much better. Somebody could be going through a breakup and listen to your music and feel so much better. Music has that power. It has the power to move mountains. That's why when I see so many things, you know, happen in the industry where, you know, like country music, you know, you have to black people have to fight, break down barriers to be seen and heard. It's just ludicrous to me because it's music. Now, I don't. Did you watch the halftime show at I was going to say Grammys, Lord have mercy. The Super Bowl?
Unfortunately, I did not. I'm not really too big on watching TV, honestly, and like sports and like typically I'm that person that watches or finds out whatever's going on in the world last.
I love that. I sometimes I don't really watch football, to be honest with you, but when the Super Bowl comes on, I definitely watch it. But I mostly watch it to watch the halftime show, depending on who's performing. And so the reason I bring that up is because obviously there were these legends, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, 50 Cent, that were on there. There's been a lot of discussion about that performance. I would say 90%. Yeah. I would say 90% of people love the performance because the people of those generations were like, what? Yes, I am. Ooh.
Right. Definitely some heavy hitters.
Yeah. It brought
some legends.
Got up and tried to dance, broke their back, all kinds of things. All right? And then you have the other side that was like, oh my God, it's hip hop. It's negative. Somebody even said it was racist because they had one white person. Now let me get this.
Okay. Oh wow! Now that.
Yeah. So that person obviously doesn't know anything about R&B, hip hop, or these legends because to even come out with that bullshit is just ridiculous. The one white person was is ridiculous. It's just I can't. This is the thing that I can't say with music. When people come out, but what I love is this. A couple of people made this statement. They said that people need to watch that show because all these people on that stage are over 50 and doing their thing. It's all of between them. Some of them have won several Grammys, Emmys, Oscars. They need to watch, whether you like the genre or not. Bow down. They are 50. And still doing their thing. So what it goes to show you, there are no limitations. None. Age is nothing but a number. Do you agree with it? Do you agree?
That's it. Absolutely.
I often say it's very interesting. Here's another question I'll ask. Now, people come out with music. They'll come out with singles. They'll come out with albums. They'll promote them for about, let's say 3-4 months. Maybe they'll promote it for about a year. And then after that, they're on to the next project. And, people are not going to listen to that one anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? I believe, and some others believe, that music doesn't have an expiration date. What do you say?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, funny fun fact, I prefer old school music, which is why I never know what is going on right now.
Right.
I've been working on myself and, like, trying to, I guess, stay hip and stay up to beat, honestly, but I have an old soul. And so I literally listen to Anita Baker, Tony, Keith Sweat. Like, this is my everyday playlist, you know. So I genuinely listen to older music, and I personally get really excited when I come across an old school song, but it's new to me because this was not my generation. So there's a billion songs that I'm sure I love that I've never heard. And so it was funny. I heard a new song for the first time, and it was definitely an older song. I'm really trying to remember the name of it. Oh, my goodness. It was by, I think, Marvin something, or Melvin. I'm honestly looking.
Okay.
Let me see. Marvin C's Candy Liquor. And I had never heard that song before. You know it? Hello?
Yeah?
Hello? Oh, yeah. I was saying, like, have you heard the song?
Candy Liquor? No, I wouldn't forget it. I wouldn't forget that.
Yeah,
no,
it was a very much so. It was a vulgar song, but it came out a long, long, long time ago, and so it was surprising, honestly, to hear such vulgarity in older music, and
yeah.
so yeah, that was just like an experience. Like, I love to listen to older music. Just honestly, music will never have an expiration date.
I'll have to check that out. But yeah, music definitely doesn't expire. I mean, I've read about artists that actually recorded music back in the day, and then they bring it back, and then it back in the day it didn't hit the top charts, and then they bring it, years later, and then it's a hit. I know that.
Right.
I know that. Sometimes in this industry they're saying, oh, you have to be a certain age, which is BS. There are people that were in their late 50s that started in their late 50s, charted, won Grammys, and all that stuff. So people need to get that out of their head. Music is music. People are not going to love you because of the way that you look. Listen, 9 times out of 10 people are listening to the radio station. They haven't even seen you, and they say, oh, my God, I really love that song. I have to look at it up. No, okay, I'm going to put that on my playlist. There's no expiration date with music. You can push a song until you've had enough of pushing the song, and you can move on to the next. I know some artists that they'll create an album, and then 6 months later they're like, oh, okay, I'm doing the next project. They don't give it a chance for that one project just to marinate.
Right.
It's just crazy. Now, what inspires you? What makes you feel inspired?
So genuinely, what moves me is children. I've worked with children since I was about 14 years old. I've always been in summer camp, stuff like that. And so just working with kids genuinely showed me how I wanted to live my life. I know that as we get older, we kind of let society and life kind of wear us down, and I try to reflect back to being a child. When you're a child, you dream big. You have these wild, crazy dreams. You know that you can fly a plane, you can do this, you can go to the moon, and that energy and that love and that drive diminishes over time.
That's true.
And so that's like really what I want to do. I want to be that light for everyone first and foremost, but like for our upcoming generation and the kids to come. I want to be that example to them that you can do whatever you want to do no matter the circumstances. Just don't stop, stay persistent, and get it done.
Amen to that. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. What is something that...
Sorry, I didn't hear that question.
What is something that people seem to misunderstand about you?
Everything in the world.
What?
Oh, that's hilarious. Honestly speaking, I am a Virgo. I do believe in astrology. I'm very spiritual. And so for all my Virgos out there, I feel you. I know you feel me. But I definitely feel like I am misunderstood because I am a strong, opinionated, but loving person. So sometimes I'll express myself very strongly, and it'll come off as, maybe offensive or maybe overbearing to some people. But everything I do, it comes from a place of love. And so that's something that people misinterpret me caring maybe a little too much rather than being offensive.
Let's see, you and I can relate. I'm a person that believes in speaking your truth. Now, in the beginning, I will be soft and lovely. Now, depending on how you come at me is what the result is, what the next words are going to come out. One of the things about me is that I always stand up for people. I'm always fighting for people, especially independent artists. Been known to be outspoken. People know this about me now. Some people are afraid to say stuff to me or something. Oh, that's Natalie. What's interesting about all of that is that there are some people that want shy in the corner, but when they need something, they'll call me. They say, well, Natalie, I know you've done this before. Can you help me? These are the same people hiding in the corner. They don't want to be, that shine that light in the dark. But they want something. So I understand you completely. What is the most important thing that you have learned about the music business?
The most important thing that I've learned is that everything takes time, and you have to first trust the process and trust yourself and trust your vision. If you see it, then it's only a matter of time before everyone else will see it too. You just got to genuinely give it time and follow the necessary steps to get focused on yourself and remain healthy physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Amen to that. Lord have mercy. Ooh, yes, Lord. I agree with you 100%. Now, which do you prefer? You're a versatile artist. Which one do you prefer, rapping or singing, and why? Or do you not?
So, I honestly just realized that I kind of had a rap flow. I genuinely never put myself in, like, the idea of rapping, because everything that I'll sing, like, I'll in my head, it's like, okay, I'm just singing. But with talking to people and, like I said, just observing and taking in everyone's words, I realized, like, okay, maybe I do rap a little bit. And so that's a new side of me that I'm tapping into. And I'm so excited to learn and see how far I can grow within this different form of expression. So I really wouldn't be able to choose, but I'm definitely enjoying myself, and I'm enjoying learning everything that I need to learn.
Well, rapping, I have one rap song, and I actually wrote that for a contest many years ago. It was about The Walking Dead, and I think I won the contest. I became number 2. And I actually played it for my sister again yesterday. She goes, "Is that you rapping?" I said, "Yes." I'm
right.
I'm not Snoop. I'm not Eminem or 50 Cent or whoever, but I'm doing my thing. We can all try a little something a little bit different. What is the one thing that you tried, with music? It didn't work out, but what did you learn from it?
Something that I've tried that did not work out.
That's an odd question.
I'm not right. Like, you genuinely have to, something that I have.
There's a word I don't like to use in the question. The question basically says, what is your biggest failure, and what did you learn from it? Because I don't believe in failure. I believe that they are learning experiences.
Definitely.
So it could be, somebody approached you about working with you with your music, and you tried it, and you realized the person was BS. But you learn from that, and you do your due diligence. It could be anything like that.
I've genuinely learned to be flexible with change. I like to have control over a lot of things in my life. Everyone likes to be comfortable. And one thing I had to learn is change and elevating is the most uncomfortable time you'll ever be. When you're in that process of changing, you're in that process of growing, you're going to be so uncomfortable. And so just being able to meditate and breathe and focus in when things aren't going as you believe they should.
Right.
And I specifically say as you believe they should, because that's not how it's meant to go sometimes. We all have our views. We all have our ways. But there are times in the divine time that we have no control over. And things typically work out better if you take that deep breath and you let it flow. Just see how things go. in the midst of the heat, things are twisting, things are turning. Don't let that break you.
Right.
You know, you keep going, you take your deep breaths, and you adjust to the change, and you'll see it was all a part of God's plan.
I agree. Now, what are the best resources that have helped you along the way in your music career?
YouTube. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
YouTube.
What?
YouTube.
Number
YouTube.
one.
Like literally. That's what gave me my happy spot. Like, you know, during quarantine, we had to sit in house. So there's only so many circles you can do around your place, you know, depending on how big it is. I don't know everybody's life. But at the end of the day, there's one area for you to be. And with being able to go to, you know, just random beats, like most times I didn't even write things down. I wouldn't have my book. I wouldn't have no pencil. I wouldn't be focused on writing music. I'd just be feeling the music. And I just vibe with myself. And it's like a natural high.
Amen. Okay, number two, you have YouTube. You got 3. What are 3 things? Give me 3. Give me 2 more.
Okay, 2 more. Okay, let me see. What else? YouTube, expressing myself. Just having the freedom to say what I want and do what I want is like helpful.
Okay.
Because, you know, we're really constrained in everyday life sometimes. And you can put whatever you want to in your music. You can say whatever you want to. You can talk as much stuff as you want to, and you don't care because it's your music, you know. So just having that creative freedom was definitely something that I learned, because it was funny, like going to the studio, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. And it was kind of weird listening to myself after, you know, I would record something like, oh my gosh, who is that woman coming through these speakers? Mm-hmm. You know, it's you open another side of you.
That's right.
And so that was awesome, and just being able to do that. And I learned to speak through my music. And there were times where, like, obviously we're having fun, we make a catchy phrase and we write it down, boom, okay, there goes a song. But with the things that I was going through, I didn't know how to channel that energy and release it through my music. Like leave it on the track, you know. I didn't know how to do that. And so again, with life and situations, I was upset, and one day I just when I am upset in general, but specifically for this time, I would just sit down. I just wrote down everything that was upsetting me, everything that was bothering me. I wasn't writing it down lyrically. I wasn't looking for things to rhyme. I just simply wrote down, just not bullet points, just simply like, it's just something about putting pen to paper, guys. Like, you just get that release out. Write it down. I don't care if you write it down and then you rip it up and burn it and never do it again. Just get that release out. It's so healthy. But I just did that, and then next thing you know, okay, I got that out there. And then when I put it in the song, and then when I listen back to it, you know, it's like I don't feel that way no more. I feel released. Like, okay, I left it on the track. Like, I went crazy on that track. So not only do you create something positive from your pain,
right,
but you're able to listen to it and reflect on how you felt at that time and be proud of your growth.
Amen. Amen.
So it's a win-win.
Now tell us about your latest project. What are you working on? What have you been working on?
So, a little tea, guys. So I have 2 singles out, The Piano Man and The Godmother.
Right.
And following that, we do have The Jeweler. And The Jeweler, he is a professional with the pearl. He knows how to touch and kiss and do other things in all the right ways. But there's always something to it, you know. It can't be too sweet.
No, it can't be too sweet. You gotta do your thing.
You know, it's something's going on. You know, you can never really be too sure. And if you go and watch The Piano Man, everything ties together. The Piano Man, that's my hustler. You know, he's good with the keys. He lives this lifestyle. And but he can't play me, you know. Men that live that type of lifestyle don't typically always have time for you. And that's a problem for me. I want all of your time. And so, you know, there's the Piano Man, the jeweler, and the godmother, and each story correlates with one or the other. You go check out my video, The Piano Man, on YouTube at Jaraiyia Alize, JARAIYIA ALIZE. Don't forget the apostrophe. Go check it out, and you will see Piano Man interrupts a wedding. And that just so happens to be the wedding with my jeweler and I. So that's all I can say. There's more. There's more to the story.
That's actually a very cool idea that you're presenting. Like if somebody releases a single, and then and then the next single is just like it continues the story. So you literally, I mean, you can release singles. Not everybody releases albums anymore. You could just continue the story with all of the singles. That's very smart. Now, what is The Godmother about?
So The Godmother, that's our superhero. She is there to save any and everyone from a domestic abusive relationship. No form of abuse is acceptable, not physical, mental, or emotional. And everyone deserves a good and healthy love. So, you know, I do have close friends, and I have personally been in situations, and I know how hard it is and how some people feel alone. So the godmother is there to let you know you're not alone, you are worthy, and you do deserve a good, healthy, wholesome love. And if nobody's there, the godmother is there to help you out, and she'll be there to chop it off if necessary.
Beautiful. I wish Kanye would listen to you. That man don't lost his mind. I mean, I have never seen it. He's just become this abusive person. The woman doesn't want him anymore. I mean, Kim Kardashian needs to listen to your song. Obviously, has a new boyfriend. She doesn't listen to Kanye, but Kanye needs to listen. Oh my gosh! All right, we're going to play The Godmother.
Woo-hoo.
Let's see.
Right now.
Audio Jungle. What I love about that song is that there's so many elements to it, but I like the fact that it's metal influence in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my rock star vibe. Like I had so much fun coming up with that.
I mean, I love the metal part of it because you know what's interesting is that there's not that many black female or black artists that do metal. And to mix a little bit of rap, it's very sultry, R&B-ish, rock, metal, whatever, makes it a very interesting song, and it's very catchy, and obviously you can sing very well. I actually love the song a lot.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
I appreciate that.
Which musician would you like to collaborate with, and why? If you could, let's say you could collaborate with anybody, living and dead.
Oh, shucks. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, honestly, like, he's definitely a legend. I love Mike. When he passed, I was like hurt. I listened to Michael Jackson for like 3 years straight after that. Human Nature is my favorite song.
Yes, I grew up listening to Human Nature, so I get it. I completely get it. Now, who do you want to perform with alive? Who's alive?
Live, Beyonce, Queen B. I love Beyonce so much. I really do.
Let me ask you, what do you love about her?
I love her authenticity. I love her style, her charisma. I love her energy. She is like one of my like biggest motivators, and I've loved her before I knew anything about astrology. So when I got older and I realized that we were 5 days apart. I'm a Virgo as well, guys. September 9th, that's my birthday. And it was like even more of a connection when I got older. Like now I really feel you. And then like with her music, of course, like I said, when I was younger, I just liked the song. It sound good. When you're able to go back and listen to that music and you can relate to it, it hit different.
Right. No, you're 100% right. What is your goal when it comes to music in regards to where you want to see your music? What in your branding? You know, what do you want to happen with your music? What do you want to make happen?
So, with my music, what's going to happen is everything in the world that can possibly happen. I'm going to go global. We are on the charts right now in London and out in every it's a couple of other places. I'll say London, France, a couple of places, Germany. That's the Godmother's doing really good overseas and stuff right now. So like I'm gonna go global. I definitely plan to expand my brand with products and things to give and to help people like in their life, whether that's clothing, whether that's something for your skin, whether it's something for your hair. I'm definitely going to give everything that I have to give to the world in every way, shape, or form. Like my legacy is going to go surpass music. I'm not going to stop at music. I definitely plan to help children in all ways and shapes and forms. I'm really big on education. I graduated last year, guys, with a degree in psychology, a minor in sociology, and I got a women's studies certificate. I did all this while taking the baby to class with me.
Oh, Lord. Bravo!
Yeah.
Bravo!
Yeah. I was that girl in the classroom with the baby in the back, trying to keep her quiet. Like I've had situations where I've taken exams and my Swahili teacher, I love her, Mwalimu. She held my baby while I took my exams. Like I'm a firm believer in and reaching a higher education, but simply just never stop learning. And especially for kids, like, get through those phases. And then after high school, just live your best life and figure out what your purpose is from there. But go through those phases, get that understanding. So, and I know it's not easy, so I'm going to help you, you know. So, like, I want to be an outlet for everyone in some way, shape, or form. So, like, we're going to the moon. We're going past the stars. We in the universe. We on Pluto.
That is wonderful. That's inspiring, you know. We need more people like you out there that, you know, are unstoppable, basically. You know, you have
Absolutely.
your goal, you're going to see it through no matter what. I think that lots of people, you know, women and men, will both be inspired by that. Because it takes, you know, a lot of strength, a lot of willpower to see things through when, you know, life is not too easy. But you know you have that goal, and you know that's what you're supposed to be doing, and you're getting it done. It's very important.
Yeah.
Some people don't realize how their destiny, their mission is very important to the world, because you can help so many other people in this lifetime.
Definitely.
Your music and everything that you do. What's the best part of being an artist, and what's the worst part of being an artist?
The best part I would say about being an artist is being able to uplift yourself with your own freaking music, bruh. Like, I found my times, like, one of the things that genuinely motivated me to, like, okay, I'm going to get in the studio and I'm going to produce my music was there was a time where I was lost and I wasn't able to find happiness through music anymore. I couldn't turn on a song and change my mood. No matter what music I turned on, no matter what genre, I just felt empty. I'm like, something's missing. Like, this isn't anything I want to listen to right now.
Right.
And I was like, I gotta listen to me.
Right.
And so having that feeling and then being able to listen to my music and lift my moods after being in a puddle, you know, it's crazy. It's undescribable. That was that part. What was the second part of the question? I'm sorry.
What is the worst part about being an artist?
So the worst part is the vice versa. When you are stuck and when you don't have that motivation or you're not feeling it, and this is the one thing that you know you love, that you know you're good at, that you know is your craft, and when you have writer's block or the music isn't hitting like it needs to, that's the worst feeling in the world. Like, it's the worst feeling in the world because it's like my entire world is crashing down. This is my world. This is what I do. If I don't have music, I don't have anything. I'm not who I am. Like, how do I live? How do I survive? I don't know. And then it'll just all come back. Like, and I'm a little dramatic sometimes, but, you know, that's how I feel. Like, when I feel like everything is crumbling down. Like, I lose a lot of feeling. Like, it's weird. It's very uncomfortable, but it's through those moments that I produce the best music when I'm blossoming out of that dark moment.
Now, you know, as artists, we have to be on every darn platform there is, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Clubhouse, you name it. You're all over the place.
Yeah.
How do you manage your marketing and your promoting and keeping up with the Joneses, as they say?
Well, I think I was telling you before, I'm not internet savvy, tech savvy. So this was definitely something for me to learn. Like I said, it's a new project. I'm open to always learning. But I try to take the easiest steps possible. Like, you know, on Instagram, you can post on 4 different of your pages all at once. You know, use those resources. And you get the word out in the same way. You know, like, I don't see the difference between using something that can help me post on 4 or 5 different things rather than posting on those individually. I like to stay away. I don't watch the news, guys. I'm sorry. I don't watch the news. And when there's, like, really big events or, like, a lot of things going on, depending on the circumstances, I try to stay away from social media, honestly. It's a lot. And I do feel like every now and then in the world that we live in, it's really good to take time to yourself without electronics. Just breathe. Watch a movie. Eat some popcorn. You know, just take that time. So I'm a very personable person. I'm really to myself. So I do what I need to do for the most part, depending on the day. And then, you know, I go about my business.
Yeah, this generation is completely different than any past generations in regards to, you know, artistry and how we got to promote and market. Unfortunately, you know, we got to be on these platforms. I too, I mean, I'm tech savvy to a certain degree, and being all on all these platforms can become extremely exhausting. You have to come up with ideas. Some promotion company told us that, you know, it's better to post something different on each platform, which is, oh my God, text it to me. I'm still trying to figure out what to say on one platform, and then people want me to say, no, they doesn't have time for that. TikTok, they say you should do 5 videos a day. Now, I've done 2 or 3 recently. That's because if something pops in my head right then, I'm like, oh, I should put that on TikTok. I will do it. But
my problem with TikTok is I gotta be cute. I don't got time for that. You gotta be cute. Like every time you're on your TikTok, TikTok goes so fast.
You should see my TikTok. Natalie's not cute. I could care less. I don't have time for that
I'm
mess.
sure you're cute enough. Yes.
No. They're not. No, there's stuff that I look like trash. Complete and utter trash. In my TikToks, you know, I put my cats, I put my music, I put all kinds of things on my TikToks. But I want to, like I did recently, one where we're showing my insomnia eyes because I suffer from insomnia. So I'm like, I look like a raccoon. This is ugly. Take a look at this mess. Or I'm working out. I'm showing people that I'm on my Peloton and I'm sweating.
Right.
Because one of the things they said about TikTok is the videos that get the most views are the most authentic videos. So I try to be I try to, you know, I haven't gone it ratchet, but I may come on there really ratchet one day.
And that's perfectly fine. And that is perfectly fine. That's why I love TikTok. Everyone's just themselves. They do whatever they want to, and it's crazy.
Exactly. And then, you know, there's a misconception about people think that people are just being silly on there, but there's a lot. There's seriousness, there's silliness, there's things that you can learn. There's things that, oh my God, you never knew. You're like, oh, I've been using that way, but it's supposed to be used that way. Like the thing with the pineapple. Pineapple,
right?
It up. Yet you were just supposed to pull those tab things out and eat it like that. And you're just like, huh? I've been doing this for how long? Okay.
Exactly. And the little strainer. You know, they have the little strainer when I saw. And you're not supposed to, like, you know, put whatever, let's say pasta in there and then, you know, do it the way you're supposed to just put it over the pot and let the water drain out versus having to take your noodles and do the extra.
Now, I recently did one where, so my mom and I were cleaning up one of the rooms in the house, and I found this thing, and I'm like, what is this? And I realized that it was, you know, back in the day, people had training bras. And I did a TikTok with it. I said, and I put it on my head. And I said, guess what this is? You think it's a headband? Nope. It's my training bra. Now I can use it as a headband because Lord knows I couldn't fit one boob in that. Something funny like that. It's like funny finding. I don't even know why people have training bras, to be honest with you. What are we training our boobs for? It's just ridiculous when you think about it. Are they running away? It's not like you wear it and your boobs are going to be sticking out as lifted because when you get older, they're going to be They're dropping like it's hot.
That's what they're training for, the marathon, for when they go running.
I can't even. It's just, women go through so much. It's ridiculous. Oh my God. But thank you, Jaraiyia, for being on Chatting with Nat. I had a wonderful conversation with you. I'm going to follow your journey. I can't wait to see more of the story with your songs. I'm excited. I think that's a wonderful idea, the concept of each single relating to one another. And that's a story that somebody can keep up with. I love it.
Okay, Shmoney, I'm first. Thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed myself as well.
Oh my gosh! Until next time, let me know when your next singles come out. You can play them here on Sim, on Chatting with Nat. I would love that.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
All right. Well,
thank you.
I hope you have a great rest of the week.
Yes, it's definitely nap time.
All right. Yes, it's nap time. It's mama time now. It's mama time.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking to you. You stay safe and keep doing what you're doing. I love it. I'm definitely going to follow you on everything. The energy was great, and I just can't wait to see what 2022 has for us.
Yes, amen, hallelujah. All right, everyone, we're chatting with Nat. We're recording on Jaraiyia Alize. You can find her at our website, Jaraiyia Alize. She's also on Facebook.com, Alize Dreams, and Instagram, Jaraiyia_Alize. Until next time on Chatting with Nat. Chatting with Nat is a podcast for independent women seeking to speak their truth and to break down barriers. We host honest conversations that help to guide and empower women. Speak your truth and set yourself free. Let your voice be heard. I'm not saying something.